Yeah.
years ago, and that's been the hard part, is like tracking that shit down, because I don't know how to pirate anything either. So like,
I mean, like, yeah, like you. I mean, I found like I've found stuff where like I did The Ranch with Ashton Kutcher,
Yeah.
and I never watched the show until I had friends from high school were like, "Hey man, were you in that thing?" And I was just like, "Oh shit, yeah, I guess I was seen in that," you know.
Yeah.
And I'm recording now if you want.
Okay.
I did very casual open, that kind of thing. Everybody, welcome to the podcast. Obnoxious Valid Points. I'm not sure what episode this is. I actually have my first smart guest. Everybody, welcome. All the other people are just like me, so it's just like, yeah, no, you're. Everybody, welcome Isaac Hirsch. There we go. Thank you. Yes, it's to the people out there, you know.
Hello.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me.
Of course, man. It's just a chill conversation. Dude, I worked background. I still like when I first came out here. No, I guess I was like, after I had a day job when I first started doing stand-up.
Sure, yeah.
And then I was just like, I got let go from it because of, I have a stand-up comedian personality.
Yeah,
And,
sure,
they went through like layoffs, and I was just like, oh, it's not terrible work. And then I started doing it for a little bit, and I go, this is terrible work.
That's sort of the point of the video I'm making, where I'm like, I like you do it initially. And you're like, oh, this is easy.
Yeah.
This is easy. It's fun.
You get there, you stand around.
You stand around, you get fed, you get to read a book or whatever. Like, this is the best. And then, like, slowly, the more you hang out with other extras and, like...
Oh, they're toxic.
Yeah, and then the more you, like, get treated like just brainless cattle.
Yeah,
the more it, like
a monkey. Or
it weighs on your psyche eventually, because, like, you can't get treated like...
a human.
Yeah, like an animal for so long without it, like, kind of like doing damage to you, where you're like,
it's like a toxic relationship.
Am I an animal?
No, I heard one PA say when I was working background, is like the background are basically props that eat and shit, and I was just like. And then at first I heard that, I was just like, what a fucking dick. And then the longer I'm around, because I did non-union when I first started.
Sure, yeah.
And it was, and I didn't and then I became union, and it was just like, oh, it was like so much. That was even nicer. That was it.
Sure, yeah.
But it's not like it's good. There's like working like hot, like Santa Clarita or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, like, the only thing I really truly miss about it is the food, because it is nice to be fed.
Oh, and then like you get some stuff that you wouldn't regularly eat.
Oh, for sure.
I love a good steak, and then like I can get one for like nice fajitas and stuff like that. It's like it's like a nice night out, you know.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And like I miss that, and then that's about it. That's all I missed about it, the whole thing. And like, I'm the opposite of you, where I moved out here and did not have a job. I was like, I'll figure it out. So I did like background and drove and whatever.
Oh, I did that too, man.
I did that for like 3 years, and then after 3 years, I'm like, I'm out of money.
Yeah, well, because
I have no more money.
Yeah,
I need to get a day job, and so I've had a regular job ever since.
Oh, I wrecked a car doing Uber, and that was fucked my situation up for a minute.
I'm sure, yeah.
And because that was that was the job,
right? Yeah.
And so that sucked. And then I've done like the delivery driving, and it always feels like, okay, it's just a little bridge to get by, but man, it's were you doing stand up before? Were you doing stand up before you moved out here, or did you?
No, I started in college in DC.
Oh,
I did stand up
DC.
in DC for like 4 years ish, and then I moved out here in 2016.
I think DC would be like a good place to start.
It is,
because there's young people there that go out. There's colleges, so you have like an educated level,
Yeah.
And then there's also like you get a mix of people, which like that's where you find some of the best comedy, like
right.
No offense to a place like Boise, Idaho, or something like that, but you get people, and then the whole political angle, and then there's people with money that go out, and they're just so it's just like, and you need it. That's part of the business. But
I liked starting in DC, and like it's sort of like you don't realize how good you have it until you move to LA, and you're just like, oh wow, I can't perform in front of people now. Like, I can only perform in front of other comedians at open mics
who are staring at their phone or high, and both.
And then occasionally I'll get booked for a show where I also still only perform for the other comedians, and there's no one else there.
Hey, but you're on a flyer.
Yeah, that was like my first year-ish in LA, was just like, oh God, I miss audiences. I didn't realize that like I'd go to an open mic in DC and there'd be like 30 real people in the audience,
Yeah.
and you're like, whatever, I'll just fuck around.
Yeah.
And then like you're like, no, that was actually very important
Yeah.
stage time, as it turns out.
Yeah, you don't know till you know.
Yeah.
I had a guy we know, Zach, talk about that, like, because he started in Detroit, and he was just like, oh yeah, you could just be with you could be in front of people immediately, and it was just like coming out here. It was just like, oh yeah, I would be like, when I started, I was just like, I just want my name on a flyer, just want my name. I just want something I can post in social media. It's like, hey guys, I'm making it, kind of thing.
Sure,
It's just, but then you know they don't know it's the Hollywood Hotel at 11 p.m.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny because like I had what you would call heat, I guess. Like at the end of 2016 and early 2017 was like the year I had heat.
Is that when you moved out, or
like about a year after I moved out? Because I moved at like the beginning of 2016. By the end of 2016, I was like,
well, you're like a smart guy.
Yeah,
and
I guess.
Well, no, you stop.
Okay,
you are a smart guy, and you know how I can tell you. I've seen you on stage. You know how to work. You know how to read an audience. You know,
sure, yeah.
You know when you're in rhythm, and you know when you're not.
I think obviously if I had to do it over again, one, not that this who needs more advice about comedy from comedians,
whatever,
but like
you can whatever. It's
everything you think is important is not important. Like that is like literally the biggest lesson I have learned is that like every show you do where it's like it's an industry showcase or whatever, you put like so much pressure on
weight
yourself, and it's like it's completely meaningless.
Yeah.
None of it matters at all. And so if you know. If I had just gone in with that attitude and not cared so much, I think it really would have probably been better for me, mentally and also like career-wise as well.
Well, it just you drive yourself crazy with things. I wish I had like a bit like when I was in college, I was in a fraternity, I had a big brother, you know, and it was just like it was a guy like, hey, wear a tie to formal dinner kind of thing, you know. It was just like, you know, the guy who would like tell you what's real and what's not real.
Yes, absolutely.
And so often, especially when I got out here to LA, it was such a free for all.
Or you get advice, but like it turns out, oh man, I should not have been listening to that guy.
Oh yeah, it was just like, yeah, fuck the audiences, and it was just exactly. Well, I mean, you know, you don't want to pander, I get you, but you know,
look, I mean, if I make the audience laugh, that's fine.
Yeah,
that's not my objective. It's like that's literally the objective. It's comedy.
We are entertainers. We're not doing college. This isn't a TED Talk, bro.
Yeah.
You know,
So there's plenty of bad advice out there too, but
it's usually the unsolicited advice too.
Yes, for sure. I mean, like
Yeah, for those who don't know, if you're doing stand-up in Los Angeles, when you start, it's like a minefield, I would say.
Yeah.
And I mean, there are legitimate places like the Comedy Store and the Improv, and you know, it's like those are kind of like high-pressure open mics because they have like bookers watching, and you want to showcase, you want to do well there.
Right.
Laugh Factory, those kind of vibes.
Sure.
There's a lot of open mics where it's you know, it's basically just other open micers who are there. You may have one random drunk that wanders in. That was usually the Lexington downtown, or somebody fighting. Or fighting whatever demons, and then some hostage employees that are that if they're making like a. But yeah, it's not what it seems like. It's going to be like, oh yeah, boom, boom, boom. It's so that's. Beginning in LA, at least.
Yeah, I mean, like, you watch, like, a stand-up television show or a movie, and it's just like, yeah, I went to the open mic at the club once, and now I'm hanging out with all these famous comics, and they've taken me under their wing.
Will Arnett.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, this has never happened. I mean...
Like David tells me, like, oh, I just saw your first open mic set. You're awesome.
We got to hang out. Yeah, it has never... I shouldn't say it has never happened that way. It has not happened that way for at least 30 years.
It's probably like some 60, 70-year-old comedy writer that wrote that.
This is what happened to me. I did one show at the Comedy Store, and I wrote for television for 50 years.
And now I'm Judd Apatow.
Yeah,
yes.
Exactly. Yeah. And, so, it's a crowded marketplace.
Yeah. I mean, like, and I know, like, whenever you were, when you came out here, like, one of the things you took advantage of was like you had a couple really good Kill Tony sets.
Yeah, I did Kill Tony,
and that's a pressure cooker too.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, at least with I haven't kept up with Kill Tony obviously since everything.
Yeah.
But at least when it was in LA, it was a good opportunity to be seen by a lot of people.
It was the second mic going on too. You know,
Yeah.
it's like you signed up for the comedy store open mic, and then they had it was like, hey, you want to do this too,
Yeah.
or you want to do this instead, or what? You know, it was just like it's a set. You get up, and that actually had people in front of you.
Yeah, and then you'd go on, and I get like 20 Twitter followers every time I did it or whatever, and I was like, okay, this is pretty cool.
20 Twitter followers sounds good, but now if I have if 20 people start following me on Twitter, I go, did I say something right? Did I say something? Did I do a Nazi salute on accident?
I mean, yeah, it's back then,
it was the currency.
Like,
it was
wow,
the currency. It was the vibe. Yeah.
There were so many like agents and stuff in LA who'd be like, you don't have enough social media follow, or like, have you considered posting on Twitter more, or what? Yeah, shit like that. And so,
yeah,
Kill Tony, it was nice to do. I mean, like, also like
it was an opportunity, and also like you do well, you get the Ice House show or whatever, and
and so many like of the club mics generally, and I guess you would include Kill Tony with that because it's at a comedy club. Is that like it attracts everybody? It doesn't just attract like people who have like been doing stand up for a long time.
A lot of mentally unstable people.
Not only mentally unstable people, people are like just doing stand up for the first time. They haven't heard of like a bar open mic. They've heard of like the comedy store. So they go to the comedy store.
That's their first thing. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And so like they go up and they're doing stand up for literally the first time. So like if you go up and you like have some level of competence, like it makes you look better
comparatively.
Yeah.
Like,
whereas if everybody was a pro, it wouldn't.
Like the guy that goes to the gym, the guy that goes to 24-hour fitness versus an NBA vet, or a G leaguer at least, or something, or
I mean, I certainly, I would never say NBA vet.
Okay, sorry, no.
That metaphor, I'm like a D3 college player.
Okay. Did you play sport? Yeah.
No. Did I play any sports? I'm saying metaphorically. In stand-up, I'm a D3 college player. Yeah, no, I didn't. I didn't make my middle school basketball team.
For real?
Yeah.
Oh man, you like?
I'm 6'1". That's about it. That's the only thing I have going for myself when it comes to sports. Is I'm slightly above average in height.
Oh, you got the trivia knowledge. You got.
Sure.
You taught me that. You taught me that game.
Oh yeah, sure. I know about the NBA, but it doesn't mean I could play at any level. I mean, even when I play at like 24-hour fitness, I'm like, God, these guys are so serious. Why are they so serious about this fucking pickup game? I had a guy last time I played at 24-hour fitness. There was a bald guy on my team who like turned to me after one possession and was like, "I came here to fucking play ball, and if you didn't come here to fucking play ball, you should leave." I'm like,
you got sunned.
He's on my team. He was my teammate. I'm like, I also came here to play ball. I'm trying to play ball. It's not like I'm not trying to play ball, dude. I'm trying.
I'm not like tanking so you lose money or something. Okay, white men can't jump.
I'm upset that you think I'm not trying my best. I'm not upset that you think I stink. I stink, but I am definitely trying my hardest.
I'm doing my best. That was always really like, I remember it was like telling somebody was doing that, like, but I'm doing my best. And that's the sad part.
Yes. Yeah, that is the sad part. But yeah, he acted like I was like trying to fucking be bad, or like I wasn't, I was like blowing it off. I'm like, buddy,
He's acting like he's fucking Russell Westbrook out there. Like,
I'm a competitor.
I've got heart.
I just can't do anything. Like, basically anytime I play basketball now, I like make sure to play with like 40-year-old out of shape comics, and then I'm like, all right, I'm not fucking.
I'm not fucking up. No, guys that smoke, guys that are smoking outside, smoking cigarettes.
We got some of the poker guys together to play like a game while ago. This was like a couple years ago.
Yeah,
and, like I remember we had like I think 3-on-3, and like literally. The score is like 1-0. We've been playing for 5 minutes.
And that was a free throw.
And everybody's like, we got to take a break. Rob Puglisi was like, I got to go lie down. Like,
and Rob's probably the most in shape guy.
I thought he would be. He goes to the gym and shit. I was the only guy where I was like, I could continue to play.
Yeah, his blood type is creatine. Yeah, I mean, it's just.
But everybody was like, oh, this is so. We have to run the whole time. Like, this is crazy.
Can we just do this? Can we just do this on one court, or was it?
It was half court.
It was half court.
We didn't last 5 minutes before taking a break.
Just reset it by the 3-point line or something. It was
it was half court basketball.
Half court never gassed. I'm laughing because I would be just as bad. Yeah. Yeah. I have got 0 win for
we played a decent amount for a little while, and then like
no
one ever got better.
Was there any like good shit talk at least?
I mean, I guess
Everybody
but
started it, and everybody realized, oh, we all suck.
yeah, I mean, like people, would get mad at people for different ways of sucking. Like,
was this like one of those 24 hours?
Rob was like lazy. Like Rob, cause Rob could be better if he tried harder. Like I felt like the guy at 24-hour fitness where I'm like, try. Why are you just standing? Try. Don't stand in the pain if you're not going to do anything.
You're going at him like Bobby Knight over there.
Yeah, I'm fucking like, and he's just like, what do you care? I'm like, 'cause you're on my team. I want you to try.
Oh shit! I love this. I'm glad. I'm not. Yeah. I mean, also we need more black people when we play poker too.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, some of those guys were not in shape either. But
in my heart, I'm just like a competitive psycho.
Okay.
And I'm deeply unathletic. So
Okay.
like, like. That's why I did like Quiz Bowl for 8 years.
Okay, you are
competitive.
So yeah, and
I'm
you're
competitive.
yeah,
I want to win at everything. Like the classic story I always tell is that like when I met my fiance, her online dating profile said a bunch of stuff, but one of it was like, I can kick your ass at Mario Kart. And it's like, you
game on, babe.
cannot kick my ass at Mario Kart. And so like third date, we go over to her.
I know where all the hidden banana peels are.
Yeah, we played Mario Kart, and I'm fucking whooping her ass because I played a lot of Mario Kart.
Yeah, no,
you've
got the look. Yeah.
And so like,
yeah.
And so like, I look over to her and she's like crying, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm making her cry, and she's like, no, I'm really I don't blink when I play video games, and my eyes start to water. So I was not actually making her cry.
But you weren't. Yeah.
But I was also just sort of like, I was like, you're not gonna kick my ass at Mario, and like. Her friends, we went out to a bar one time with her friends like before a movie or something, and they had like ping pong tables, and like we played ping pong and ping pong, and like one of her friends takes me aside, is like, are you fucking stupid? Like, are you not going to let her win at something? Like, are you dumb?
Yeah. Do you not know how to grease this along a little bit?
Yeah. Like you're trying to date this woman. Like, why are you relentlessly trying to destroy her at every
all right, Marty Supreme
activity you do? And like, so like I think we did darts or something next, and then like she immediately turned to me and was like, "Are you letting me win?" And I was like, "Well, they said." She's like, "I don't want you to let me win." I'm like, "Okay, I'm sorry."
She turns into the guy at the gym.
Yeah,
when she turns into the guy,
I'm just like,
"You're not doing your best."
Yeah, exactly. So she didn't want me to let her win. So like,
it's a balance. I've learned that.
I can't, if you put a competitive, and that also like, I play a lot of video games, but like I only play video games with like a competitive element. Like I understand video games are art. There are like all these
not like the Final Fantasy types, but like sports games.
Sports games. I play a ton of NBA 2K.
Bro, we need to link up on that.
Oh yeah, sure. You have PS5 or?
I'm PS5. Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
All right.
Yeah, add me.
Also, if anybody else wants to play and say yell at Isaac, please.
Oh, you're not gonna yell. I'm gonna be fucking carrying, dog. No. It's like. Yeah, I play a lot of that, Call of Duty, stuff like that. Basically, like bro video games. But like they're competitive, and I'm good at them, so like that's what I play.
Yeah.
Like
in college, I mean, like I was started with like NES and that kind of thing, and it was and then like in college it was I think maybe in the 64 was the thing.
Okay, GoldenEye, whatever.
Mario Kart.
Yeah, sure.
And it was just like tournament style. Ongoing, like for 72 hours.
Yeah.
And we'd rotate. We'd have like brackets.
But by the time I was in college, we had online gaming. So like me and my roommate would just play like Halo Reach.
Okay.
Constantly, like all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like, I just like. He'd occasionally be like, "Don't you want to play something else?" I'm like, "No, but I'm good at this.
Yeah.
Why would I want to play something I'm bad at when I can play something I'm good at and win?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the what's it called? I think MLB, the show.
Oh sure.
I got the dorky financial analytical side of myself where I try to like build a roster and develop farm
GM.
talent and draft and that kind of thing. And then I'm like, oh, I'm really smart. And like, oh, you chose the Dodgers. It's just like
you chose the game on easy mode a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not who you're a Wizards guy, right?
I'm a Wizards fan.
You're the second Wizards fan I've had on.
Wow, there's another one?
Yeah, there's Rel Battle.
Okay.
Another DC guy.
I didn't know he's from DC. I've never met him play.
He was excited about Trae Young, so the whole time he was.
I mean, Trae Young's playing right now.
Yeah.
He is.
Oh shit, we're missing.
No. Not literally right
now.
now.
Okay, all right.
He started playing he's played like a few games now. He is as bad at defense as advertised. He's
Oh,
like
yeah.
maybe
He's
one of the worst defenders I've seen.
He's a one dimension. He's a scoring. He's a Steph Curry with less defense.
Yeah. So if maybe they can like build. I mean, Steph Curry's an incredibly flattering comparison for Trae Young.
Well,
he is not Steph Curry.
Okay, fair. Yeah,
But
fair.
he's interesting. Look,
Yeah.
I'm interested.
He's an improvement over what was there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As a Wizards fan, I am interested that they are trying to win games next year. I am like, I don't know if it's going to work.
Yeah.
But I am excited to because I watched most Wizards games. It does wear on you 3 seasons of like intentionally losing as much as possible.
Yeah,
Analytically, I totally understand why they're doing it. It's the only way they can
tank
compete.
to draft. Yeah,
I get it, but like
Philly was like the first one that did that. Yeah, where they were openly doing it. Yeah,
I mean, tanking has always existed. Philly certainly took it to another level where they're like, they're like announced we're going to be as
building
bad as possible.
Yeah.
We're going to be so fucking bad, and the league was like, hey, you can't just come out and say that.
We're trying to sell tickets here. We're trying to get people to watch the freaking game.
So that's why that GM got fired ultimately, is Sam Hinkie, because he was just very open. Like, of course we're gonna lose as many games as possible. You're not supposed to say that.
We want Embiid.
You're supposed to come out and be like, well, we're just trying things.
We're trying to develop
developing young talent, and we're experimenting with lineups and rotations,
and we've got financial constraints that we're trying to deal with.
Yeah, exactly. So they have to pretend that they're not just like losing as hard
PC
as possible.
it up a little bit,
But it's as a fan, it's like I don't like rooting for my team to lose games. I want to root for them to win. I do. I find myself occasionally when the Wizards are locked in a close game, I'm like, oh no, this is bad for our draft position. I'm like, I don't want to think like this. I want the Wizards to win this game.
I want them to be in the playoffs. I want them to be in the play-in game. I want them to
do something.
Yeah,
so I'm excited they're trying for it next year. I don't know if they're going to do anything, but they're trying.
Yeah, they've been a franchise that if you meet a long-term fan, I respect them. Does that make sense?
I mean, you've suffered a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, certainly the last time the Wizards were really good, I was not alive. The Wizards have not.
Was that like Wes Unseld?
Yeah, the 70s.
Or Elvin Hayes.
Yeah, exactly. The last time they won 50 games was I think 78. So
that's just 50. And that's just 50. That's just
it's not even not
60.
Not conference finals or anything
not
like that.
Yeah,
just 50 games. They have not done it since 1978.
They've been consistently rough. It's almost like a Jets kind of thing there or something. New York Jets.
I mean, they'll put it together for the Wall Beal years were fun. And they made the second round.
John
of the playoffs.
Wall and then Bradley Beal. Yeah, sorry, took me a second.
That was fun.
Sorry, I'm not as in with the Wall Beal nickname. I didn't even go.
I understand that. And then Gilbert Arenas was also I was only dimly aware of the NBA when Gil was playing. So I didn't
another great poker player.
Yes, fantastic gambler, Gilbert Arenas.
One of the best, two of the best nicknames ever.
Agent Zero and
Hibachi.
Because
he would get hot so quick.
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
Great names.
Great nicknames.
Yeah.
Not a bright guy, I have to say. I hate to say this publicly about Gil. Gil, I love you.
I was working for the World Poker Tour whenever we were showcasing him, and then it was just like, oh, we're not going to run this.
Yeah. Oh, okay,
yeah.
He makes some bad decisions, I guess.
Yeah. Not a strong poker player. Fun poker player to watch.
Fun poker player. Yeah. Well, listen, hey, poker needs more of that. I mean, the main problem with poker entertainment right now is that everyone's so good at poker, and it's not fun to watch a bunch of really quiet European guys.
Yeah,
in their head and act very slowly.
Yeah, I mean it's good. It's good gamesmanship, but not entertaining.
Yeah.
You like a Helmuth or something like that, or a Moneymaker, or
the old generation where you watch it now and it's more entertaining, but it's also sort of what the fuck are they doing? There's a lot of that. I guess. Yeah.
I can't. Well, I'm blanking on the Asian guy who was he was almost like a WWE wrestler where it was just he would talk so much smack.
Scotty Wynn?
Yes. Yeah. It was also a great name too.
You call it's going to be all over, baby.
Yeah. He was like he was like a triple X kind of guy. You know, it was not the porn, but but it was
Triple H.
Triple H. Sorry. Yeah. I guess that would probably see where my head is.
Like Vin Diesel and Triple X. Yes.
I want to see. Yeah, I want to see Vin. Have you always been a poker player? Or?
Yeah, I mean, I've played since high school. Probably I had some friends who were into it, and they got me into it. And I accept at this point in my life that I'm okay at poker. I'm not.
You're
great.
good.
I'm fine. I mean, obviously, you go levels higher. I'm a good home game player.
Yeah, we played the other night. I mean. you weren't bad. I mean, I've known. We used to play in the Rich and them. You know,
I have an app that like tracks my results on my phone.
Oh,
so, like,
shit.
Because like I never want to be like unaware that I'm like fucking tanking and like losing a lot of money.
You want it analytical so you can decide
Yeah.
how I'm doing, if I'm doing well or if I'm not doing well.
And in that Rich game, like I was up an absurd amount of money for like a $25 game. it would upset other players in the game if they saw like over cumulatively how much money I had made in that game.
Right, on like tracking your how many buy-ins versus
Like
how much you
cash out.
walked with.
Yeah, exactly. And so like
it was a fun game. It was a
fun
fun
game.
It was
like,
also like a lot of funny people too. And
yes,
it was
yeah.
a bunch of like white knuckling non-drinkers.
It was always funny when like a random comic would come to this game once and they'd be like trying to like chat and have fun. And be like, it's your action. Play. It's your action. You don't understand what kind of $25 home game this is. We're serious about poker here.
They were the bald 24-hour fitness.
Yeah, I mean, literally, they would show up and be like, "So you guys drinking?" We're like, "No,
we don't drink. We play poker, man.
Poker. It's not here to have a good time."
Yeah, it was just me and Stein getting wasted, and then everybody else was playing.
And then we constantly like, "Stop talking. It's your action.
Stop talking." There was a lot of that.
Why are you trying to do a bit? Like the game is moving we're getting like maybe 20 hands per hour. This is awful. We could go faster.
We were and it was just like, it was a weird dynamic, but it was fun.
It was a weird dynamic, but it's also kind of why the game died, I think, at least in part. Because like
I think it had more to do with people having kids.
People having kids
and moving away.
And, yeah, for sure. That didn't help. But like it was hard to bring new players in because like
it was a tightly wound click.
You had to really click with us immediately to be like, yeah, I think I care about poker enough to keep playing. I thought this was going to be a social thing.
Yeah,
and like it's not really. It's like it's a playing poker thing.
I felt like it was. God, I hate to say it, but it felt like it was guys that they'd stopped drinking and they really didn't resolve why they were drinking, but they replaced it with poker, and so they still had a lot of that anger and rage, and then they focused. Then they focused it on poker instead.
I don't know what my excuse is. I'm not sober. I just don't really drink very often. But it was a very intense $25 home game. But yeah, when I play at like higher levels, I'm like a break even.
There was also so many good rage quits too.
Yeah, people would get.
We don't have to name any names. So,
there were people who would just storm out. Yeah, I'm not naming any names.
I'm not. Yeah, we had some people that would levitate out.
Yeah, literally, they would. You would see the cards get turned over, and they would be gone.
And the car would be started.
30 seconds. Yeah, it was wild how quickly people would like leave.
Yeah, and to me, it was always it was a fun hang. It was just like, oh hey man, I'm sorry. Yeah, like it was because I was just getting back out here. Mm-hmm. And I was just I ran into Ken. He invited me and whatever, and it was fun. It was fun. It was just like, oh, and then I'd see you like the Improv, or I'd see somebody at the store, and it was like, oh yeah, no. But it was just like, yeah.
I mean,
I enjoy the social aspect of it, and the social was
that there was no social aspect to it. We did talk.
Yeah.
There was a social aspect
before while we're sitting down, and then
but also like it was like. The correct amount of talk. If there were people who came in like just all like, let's just fucking have a good time and do bits, I'm like, no, that's not why. You can do bit, you can do short bit,
you can do
in between actions.
Yes,
but when it is your action, bit is over.
Bit is
you have to play your hand.
Yeah. No.
So it was a very odd vibe for a poker game.
It was I don't know, it was fun. I remember like just trying to small talk anybody that you're like, you can't, no.
He's in a hand, Matt.
It was a weird time, man. Dude. So are you from outside DC?
Yeah, Maryland.
Okay.
Originally Silver Spring.
Okay. Oh yeah, you and Chappelle.
Yeah. That's the only thing we have in common. I would say is we're from Silver Spring, Maryland.
Oh, that's great, man. So you guys came up together, basically.
Yeah. I remember doing mics with Dave, and I was like, this guy's going places.
Then you're like, hey, check out this guy. This is Patton Oswalt. I want you to meet him, Dave. Kind of thing.
Yeah. It's crazy. Everyone thought I was going to be the biggest guy coming out of DC, but it ended up being Dave. I don't know how.
Who saw that coming, right? Yeah, no.
No, I was like generationally, I'm trying to think of anybody from my generation. Like Stavros Halkias is like a big name. Who
I found the old video of him at UMBC where he was. like a fraternity president, and it's so funny. It's like some like welcome to Pi Kappa Phi. We do a lot of scholarship stuff, and you can tell it's Stavros, but it's also like 10 years before. It was
sure.
great.
Yeah. Stavros and Shane Gillis would come down to DC a little bit.
Out of Philly.
With him. And like those were like the biggest guys I think of my era.
Yeah,
certainly. And like
it's always one of those things where like you know where you're at kind of thing.
Sure.
Your class, I guess you would say. Yeah, whenever I got out here, it was like the guys I started with. It was just like you know where you're at. It's like the ones I kind of you try not to compare yourself to other people, but you're like, oh, this guy's getting this.
Yeah, I mean, like also like I learned that I'm a terrible scout because like there were guys where I was like, this guy's gonna be fucking huge. Have not heard from him in 10 years. Yeah, I'm like this dude,
he's in jail now.
This dude literally does not have any social media and does not appear like in public at all. Like
it's so weird. I understand why people why like you were talking about like agents were saying you need social media. And I've seen two people ever make it or crack whatever based on their social media. Trevor Wallace, who great videos, great sketches, and it helped him. And people would roll out for him.
Sure.
The other one was Andrew Batchelor, King Batch.
I don't even know who that is, but I believe you.
He's a working actor, black dude. He was Vine was his thing because he could do like standing backflips, and he was funny, very animated. Did a lot of stuff with Adam Devine, and people would roll out and recognize. But I've seen so because they want a safe choice. They're like, well, this guy has this many followers, he has to work. And it was, and then
yeah, I mean, I think it's very funny when people are like, the gatekeepers are gone now. There's no gatekeepers. You can do whatever you want. It's like, no, we've replaced them with a robotic gatekeeper.
Zuckerberg
algorithm. Like now that is the gatekeeper. There's an algorithm, and like if you do well in the algorithm, you do good, and if you don't, you don't.
I still believe in talent wins. It's obviously it's frustrating when I'm not winning, but it's like, is this really going to happen? This is really going to end. You find what you do well. You find other things that you do well, whether it be like sketch, whether it be improv, podcast, whatever. It's just it's weird. It's a weird time.
Yeah, I mean, I for me at least, I can't speak for anybody else, but I gave up on the idea of like doing anything in entertainment professionally probably 7 or 8 years ago at this point. I just was like, Did you ever tour or anything? Or I did a little. I did NACA and I did some touring and stuff. And I was just sort of like, I don't think I like this. Like I don't
NACA like that middle of the week, in a cafeteria kind of thing.
Being a professional comedian where people do not know who you specifically are and they're just coming out to see comedy and you're the headliner or whatever. Yes. Not fun.
You're a commodity. Like I don't know, like in farms, it's just like, hey, this is corn. Hey, this is wheat.
Yeah, exactly. You are comedy.
You are comedy.
And like for that, for me, I'm like, this is a rough way to make $40,000 a year.
It's very not glamorous, and there's a lot of travel, and it's a lot of disinterested audiences.
Yeah, exactly. And I was like, I like doing stand-up, but I like doing good shows more than I like doing stand-up. Like, I don't just like doing any stand-up.
Especially in your formative times, too.
Yeah, like, so I was like, I don't think this is, unless somehow I become famous through another mean, I don't think I want to do this for a living or anything like it.
What a great transition.
I mean, famous is a big stretch. Yeah, but it is.
Ken Jennings, I'm sure you're funnier than Ken Jennings.
No, Ken's really funny.
Yeah,
Ken is very funny.
Oh, dude, have you heard his wet pussy bit for like 5 minutes? He does.
Ken is like upsettingly funny.
Oh,
like,
really?
For a guy who's like the best Jeopardy player ever, like he's incredibly quick-witted.
For those that don't know, Isaac Hirsch, 9-time?
Originally a 9-time Jeopardy champion.
9-time Jeopardy champion as of 2020, as of March 2026.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, I've also like won games and tournaments. I like second in tournament champions last year. Yeah. And some other stuff. So like, I've been on the Jeopardy circuit for almost 2 years now.
Fuck yeah, man.
So it's been great.
Yeah.
I have no complaints.
Yeah.
it's been very cool. And then like I did Sketchfest in January
up in San Francisco.
San Francisco, yeah. And they had a show at Cobb's, which is like a big club.
It's one of the premier clubs, in the country, yeah.
And it was a Jeopardy themed comedy show. So it's
Fuck yeah.
It's like everyone who was on the show had been on Jeopardy, and like doing that, where like I got put up in a hotel and like I got paid.
This is what you were looking for.
People took photos with me after. I'm like, well, I could do this.
Yeah.
This is what doing stand-up for a living was, I would do this, no problem.
Yeah, if I get treated like the Rolling Stones, if I get treated like,
Not even the Rolling Stones, just like just treated like a
the
guy.
Strokes. Yeah. If I get treated like the Strokes or like 311.
Yeah, exactly. I could go for Eve Six's career or whatever. That's fine.
All right, yeah.
But yeah, just like, that was like, this is pretty good. So that's been nice.
Yeah.
But like, even then,
and being recognized for something that you are good at, and then also, artistically, like for the comedy, for the humor, for the and being able to merge those two.
Yeah, I mean, on the original Jeopardy run, I did not mention stand up until like probably my 9th game, because I was like, I want people to be like, wow, this guy's really funny for a Jeopardy contestant, rather than wow, this guy's not very funny for a comedian. I was benefiting from low expectations.
I've done that at day jobs where I don't, it was just like, luckily I have a generic enough name where
of course.
But like I like yourself, you have more of a unique name. If someone looks up your stuff and they're like, oh, he said this one line out of like an hour's worth of material you have up, it was just like, oh, this could be vaguely
I took almost all my material down because I was like, I don't want anybody to like while this Jeopardy run is happening, I don't want anybody to pull up this stand-up stuff and be like, oh, look at what he said.
Well, I mean, the stuff you tell me about black people off air, I mean, I'm not going to mention any of that.
Yeah, that I love them.
Just fucking with you. But,
no, it's
a weird kind of a there's people that do that. I saw it happen to like comedians that like when they got SNL. Like we know the Shane Gillis one. I saw it happen to Melissa Villasenor.
Sure, yeah.
And she's like an angel.
Yeah.
I
mean, I am about as non-problematic as you can come.
Yeah,
but
no.
even then, I was like, I still don't want to.
You've always been like a self-deprecating guy.
Yeah, I mean, I most
or
of my,
awkward kind of.
My humor, the stand-up I do is always just sort of like, look at me, I suck, or whatever. That's like the at its heart.
Like your bit about you not knowing your type until you work background. Everybody thinks LA is very PC. Wait till they tell you what you look like.
Exactly.
And very funny bits.
So I was just like, I want to avoid this. I don't want to leave any of my material up. So I don't have almost any material online anymore at this point.
Oh yeah.
But I might post clips soon. Who knows? The siren call of the algorithm.
It's weird. It's weird because I hate having to second guess myself. Mm-hmm. And I'm not in the situation you are, but it's just like I know I've got stuff up there where I'm just like I know what I am. I'm not like some guy. But have I had jokes that were like, if you want to take them out of context, yes.
Sure.
And that's what and I've seen that happen, and it's just like I don't know. It's very it's hard for me to be concerned with people who aren't on my team, what they think, if that makes sense.
Sure. Yeah.
Like if a comedian I know like respect or a manager tells me, hey, take this down, I'll take it down.
Sure.
But like, some guy with a fake avatar in Omaha, Nebraska says like, you need to cancel this. You need to delete this tweet. Fuck off,
Sure. Yeah. No, I am an inveterate people pleaser. So if somebody would like, if I post something and someone was like, take it down, I'm like, I'm probably going to take it. The only thing I've like really put my foot down on is like, I've had multiple people comment on like, my Instagram posts and my YouTube videos like, shave your mustache. It looks bad. Shave your mustache. I'm like, no, I think you don't want to see what it looks like under this. It's worse.
The mustache was it? I remember it's much bolder than it was before when I first met you. Yeah.
I didn't have a mustache before.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Yeah.
I grew it in the pandemic.
Okay.
I was just like, I'll fuck around and grow out like my hair and my facial hair in the pandemic and sort of see what, if anything, looks good. Because last time I tried to grow a beard, it did not go well.
I can't grow a beard. I get no. This is about as much length as I get.
Oh, really?
Maybe a little bit more. Maybe a little bit shittier.
At least you get the sides, though. I don't get the sides.
The 5 o'clock shadow I like because I have this like Kim Kardashian butt chin right here that is just. It used to be J-Lo. Now it's Kardashian. And I love hiding that because. People would just make fun of it. I used to get
a big chin is good. I thought,
but a butt chin,
okay.
yeah, like you want to have a chin that's like well defined, but you don't want it to look like ass cheeks. And I have this little thing where it goes up here. So once I learned I could do like just electric shaver and just leave it, and I don't have that. Now it's just it's an Armenian man's ass. Now it's just it's just a very hairy.
Yeah, pandemic, I grew my hair out and I was like, nope, I will never do this again. This looks horrible. And I grew a mustache. And I was like, this doesn't look bad. Like, I'd keep the mustache. And so I've kept the mustache.
It fills out your face better.
I think it makes me look older, certainly. Yeah. Like, I looked very young for a long time.
Yeah, you do. You do have a baby face.
Yeah.
I know. I'm not trying to like.
No, it's fine.
You're not wrinkly or
I'm starting to get there. Like the first forehead wrinkles turning in. My hair is graying. I'm losing a little hair in the back. Like, you know.
Yeah.
It's so. I mean, look. I don't have to tell you. Losing your hair.
Well, how dare you? How dare you?
It would be funny if you're like, I have a full head of hair.
What are you talking about? I fill this in with AI at the in the middle of every episode.
But yeah,
fix it in post.
It's so funny, like how my fiance is just like,
yeah,
it is getting a little thin back there.
I did implants.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I started losing my hair at like 22. My whole mom's side of my family was just bald kings.
Sure, yeah.
And then during COVID, I remember I went to Mexico and did it, and they told me I was gonna need 2.
Yeah.
And I was just like, all right, cool, because I was always one of those white guys that had kept their shit short as possible.
Sure, yeah.
Because if you don't, and it's like growing in on the side, you look like the angry MAGA stepdad.
Sure. Yeah, it's not a good look to have like bald on top, long on the sides.
Yeah, and I would have that if I didn't keep it tight.
Yeah.
So I would just trim everything, and then I did. They were like, you need to have 2, and I was just like, I did 1.
Mm-hmm.
I'm about to do the other one. So
okay.
Yeah, and then you can judge. And
you're gonna have more hair than me.
There we go. And now I'm the one. There we go.
Isaac, you're losing. It was so. I went to the dermatologist not that long ago, and like they do like a full body check to make sure you don't have skin cancer.
Yeah, good. Yeah, good stuff.
Moles.
Yeah.
And so
psoriasis.
The guy's checking me over. It's an older guy, and he just at one point he goes, "You're losing your hair on the top of your head. You'll need to wear a hat." And it's just like, no bedside manner. You couldn't lead
no
into
tact.
that. Yeah, just to be like, you're going bald. I'm like, don't. At least be like, it looks like your hair might be thinning.
There's a possibility.
Yeah, come on, couch it a little bit.
Yeah.
God.
Nah.
I didn't realize how much I cared about my hair until like this past year, where
until it gets taken from you, man.
And suddenly it's something you took for granted for so long.
Yeah. No, I mean, yeah, you got good hair, man.
Look again. I'm losing it in the back, which is like.
That's where everybody gets it, like the crown at the top. Yeah.
If you're gonna lose it somewhere, you want to lose it there.
Yeah.
It just means I can't ever sit down again.
I would like to lose hair on my back. That would be my goal. That would be my goal. Yeah.
You know what? I don't like my body very much. I will give it credit. Correct amount of body hair.
All right.
I think I have the exact correct.
March 2026. Mark it. Here we go.
You'll never see it, but I have the right amount of body hair.
No, they're not doing the OnlyFans kind of thing.
No, I don't think so. I mean, gosh, you'll know things have gone really badly for me. I do have a couple people who follow me on Instagram who might buy it.
Oh yeah,
they're men.
Have you?
But they might buy it.
I mean, it's all. I mean, that's yeah. It's who it's going to be. I mean, like
we're hornier. Look, as a gender, we're just a little hornier. Sorry.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, you're over in West Hollywood today, man.
That's true.
Yeah, man. So how did you get started on with Jeopardy? How did that? I mean, I know you did like Quiz Bowl, that kind of thing, and you probably watched the show.
Sure. Yeah, my dad was on Jeopardy in 1985.
Yeah, I
He
caught
lost.
that. Yeah,
but he,
that's kind of fucking cool.
It is, yeah. And my parents are librarians, so like I just grew up surrounded by like.
Yeah, I remember you doing that.
materials.
I remember you doing that bit as an intro. Like this is what it looked like when 2 librarians have a kid.
Yeah,
or something like
exactly.
that. Yeah,
and so like
that's so funny, man.
It's true. I mean
it's a great handshake joke.
Yeah, and so like. That
because you own it, yeah.
Yeah, and I did a lot of trivia stuff. Like, I did Who Wants to Be a Millionaire when I first moved out here, actually in 2017, and that didn't go great. I won like $5K, and then I did.
You didn't make Norm Macdonald money, yeah.
Did not make Norm Macdonald money. Look, in my defense, by the time I did Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, it was a daytime show. It was no longer.
Was this Behar?
No, this was Chris Harrison, host of The Bachelor, was hosting Millionaire.
Wait, is he the guy that was caught pedophiles?
No, you're thinking of Chris Hansen.
Oh, okay, all right.
Chris Harrison hosted The Bachelor.
Oh, it was like his off.
Yeah, exactly.
His summer job kind of thing. Yeah.
Yeah, and they taped in Vegas, so like I drove to Vegas, and like they don't pay for anything, so like you drive to Vegas, you book your hotel, you pay for your +1 to come out.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, so
it's ABC for Christ.
But it's daytime. It's daytime. It is not a prime time show.
It may not be. Oh, it's okay. It's probably like a syndication. Fuck.
And so they were like, "Look, we still want people to win the million." And like looking at I watched the questions. I'm like, you don't want people. As soon as you hit like $10,000, it's like, what the fuck are these questions? A guy who wasn't me had a $20,000 question that was like, in the song "I Wish" by Skee-Lo, which of these is not one of the names of his hypothetical children that he has?
Oh God, that was a 95, 94.
Big Al, Lorraine.
Oh, I wish I was a little bit taller. Wish I was a ball. It's such a fucking
incredibly obscure for $20,000. They did not want people to make money. Is my feeling.
Okay. Anyway, it was like Hater's Ball kind of thing.
Yeah. So I won $5,000 on that, and then I did The Chase in 2023, which is like another trivia show that was on ABC.
Okay. Was that Meredith Vieira?
Sarah Haynes, I believe was her name, who hosted it.
Okay.
And like they had like Ken Jennings and other people as like the big bad that you'd play against. It's like a British show originally.
Okay.
And you'd play.
I've heard of it. I think I've watched it a couple of. Sorry.
But anyway, it's fine. So I won some money on that.
Yeah.
And then like.
You're in the circuit. I'm
in the circuit, and so I auditioned for Jeopardy in like I think right in 2023 when my Chase was like about to air. And what was annoying about it is that it's hard to get a Jeopardy audition. You like take an online test.
Yeah, because that's a real one. That's the big dog. That's the LA Dodgers.
The gold standard.
That's the Lakers. That's And
it's hard to get like
it's not the Wizards.
Online test, and if you pass it, which no one knows what passing is, it's just like there's like a bank or something of questions. Invisible threshold. You take like an online test of 50 questions.
Okay.
Everyone takes the same test, and there's some invisible threshold you have to meet to like pass it. And if you do, you can be randomly selected to then go on to the next audition.
Next level of screening, or
it's a small percentage of people who even get that random selection to go on to the next level. And so I've been trying for a while.
Yeah.
And like,
how long was that? How long were you?
I mean, actively trying here and there. Like I did one of the auditions in college. And
can you only do it like once a month or something, or once every
a year?
Oh shit!
You can take the test
because they don't want you to swim the storm it.
Yeah. So you take the test once a year. If you pass it, maybe you hear from them. Probably not. And so like I heard from them, but I was really frustrated because I had just taped The Chase. And
did they have a non-disclosure where you can't non-compete?
With these shows, they don't want you to appear on them like within a year of each other, generally, because the idea is they don't want the viewer to see it.
Yeah, that happened for me on a game show. It was called Let's Make a Deal.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, which is very, very intellectually challenging.
Sure, yeah. It's Jeopardy and Let's Make a Deal. Those are the two.
No, it's the same neighborhood. Yeah, go ahead. So,
But yeah, generally they don't want you to appear on other game shows within a year of each other because the idea is that viewers will see it and be like, I saw that guy on The Chase last week.
Yeah.
Is he just an actor or like a professional game show guy or whatever?
Yeah.
And so I was upset that I had gotten this audition finally when like I knew that my Chase episode hadn't even aired yet.
And you didn't want Chase to fuck up your Jeopardy shit.
Yeah, and like I was like I still
your
went
eligibility.
Like, yeah, exactly. But I went, but like generally when you do the Jeopardy audition, even if they like you, you're in their contestant pool for a year.
Yeah.
My Chase hadn't even aired yet. So I was like, there's no I can't.
Can we get that out of the way kind of thing? Yeah.
Yeah, no, and the Chase didn't air for a long time. It turns out they kept it in the can for like nearly a year before it aired.
Yeah.
So I was like, well, fuck, man. I'm doing this audition, but it doesn't matter because was like
felt like you're like running on a treadmill kind of thing or something.
Yeah, I was just like, it was like, I'll do
running
it
in
for
place,
practice, I guess. I like to practice the audition or whatever. So I do it. I think it goes pretty well, but again, it doesn't matter because I'm like, I disclosed to them I have this Chase episode in the can. It's not going to air for a while. And so I didn't think anything about it for like a year and a half. And suddenly I got a call from them one day where they're just like, hey, do you want to be on Jeopardy in 2 weeks? And I was like,
yeah.
Yes. But I have not been preparing at all because I was not under the impression I was still in the pool for Jeopardy. Like, if I had known that, like, there was a chance, I would have been, like, studying every day and, like, you know, learning geography.
You ever seen White Men Can't Jump? Rosie Perez, letter foods that begin with Q. And
yeah.
So
I was like, I'm fucking screwed, dude. And so
I'm out of practice.
Yeah, I'm so rusty.
rusty.
So, like, I practiced as much as I could for the 2 weeks. Yeah. And then I went... And obviously, it went much better.
Was it like a music montage kind of thing or something?
I would just look at a lot of old Jeopardy games, and I used to know all the world capitals. I'll try to remember the world capitals because like that seems like a good thing to know.
That's literary stuff, I'm sure. Yeah.
I mean, that's stuff I'm pretty good at.
World
to begin
Wars,
with. So like
science.
Obviously, it's also it's 2 weeks. There's only so much you can do in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So for me, it was like I'm going to focus on like preparing to play the game itself and like learning world capitals. That's what I'm going to use my 2 weeks on.
Yeah. And like timing wise or whatever. Or
yeah, a little practicing the buzzer. I wasn't sure how you would practice for it. It turns out there's like a lot of resources for all this shit, but I didn't look or find them at the time.
Yeah, you were in crisis mode.
Yeah, and so it goes a lot better than I thought.
Yeah.
Obviously, I wish I'd learned like more about wagering theory at the time because
for like double
for daily doubles, but also for final because like the game I lost, I wagered way too much. Wagering strategy says I should have wagered a very small amount from second place.
That's what we learned from poker, baby.
Yeah, in retrospect, it's so obvious the mistake I made, but at the time I was just sort of like, this makes sense.
Yeah,
I was wrong.
I mean, you're a human being.
Yeah, of course. It's one thing I think people online don't do enough is realize that like being on your couch and doing it are two different things.
Oh yeah.
And like there's an immense amount of mental pressure on you
when the lights are on and it's your money.
And even if you're the coolest guy in the world, it's harder to which I am not. I mean coolest like mentally, like just under control or whatever.
Brad Pitt kind of vibe. Yeah.
I'm not that guy.
Yeah.
And so I fucked up. I did math wrong, and like I was having trouble.
You squeezed yourself too hard or something.
Also I'd played like fucking 10 games of Jeopardy. I was pretty fucking tired.
You were drained. Probably.
But anyway,
they do like 3 a day, right?
5 a day.
Oh shit. I've been to the taping because my mother wanted to go, and I took her. And this was like out to Breck time. It was here, and it was
Culver City.
What's it? Yeah,
Sony in Culver City. I swear.
I think it was Television City at that time. May have been. Maybe no, it was Culver City. You're right. Yeah, Sony.
They've been at Sony for a long time.
My bad.
That's all good. Yeah, and so. They tape 5 in a day. So like the cumulative mental strain of playing 5 games in a row of Jeopardy back to back to back is something that I did not anticipate going. Partly because like
that's severe.
I was not cocky enough to think I needed to worry about like playing 5 games in a row. But then, so I didn't think about it. But then, like when I did, I was like, "Oh my god!" By game 5, I was like, "I fucking don't know." What's going
you're
on
punch
anymore.
drunk, basically. Yeah. Wow.
So it's guys who go on like long runs. I have immense respect for them. Not that 9 is not like 9 is still a good run, but like
that's nothing to sneeze at. Yeah, no.
Games in the teens or 20s, it's like that's a whole different animal. Yeah.
What was Ken? I remember it was like 26 or something. I think or
74.
70. I thought. I think I probably saw it at 26, and it was like a national news thing.
Nobody will ever do it again.
It's like a Joe DiMaggio.
It's a record that will not be broken. And like no disrespect to Ken, who again is like the greatest Jeopardy player of all time.
Yeah.
But like. People understand Jeopardy better now, like to an extent. That,
there's more resources.
Yeah, just generally, like if you think of like James Holtzhauer, Jeopardy James, the guy who came after him, who like wagered everything on basically everything. I didn't know. Yeah, he's like the second biggest Jeopardy star, I guess you could say. Like he really popularized this idea of hunting for daily doubles. In Ken's original run, nobody hunted for daily doubles. They just went down the board.
Yeah, straight down.
And he was really good at the buzzer.
If it's one, just write it out. Yeah, write it down. Yeah.
And so like
hunting for daily doubles. Yeah.
But now most everybody hunts for daily doubles, and like they wager a lot. And what that does is it increases variance in the game. it makes it a lot harder for somebody to go on a very long run.
Less predictability.
If your opponents are also hunting for daily doubles and they find one and they wager everything and get it, it makes it a lot harder for you to win, even if you're a really good player.
It's a bunch of loose poker players, basically.
Yeah, I mean, it's like a bunch of GTO poker players. It's a bunch of like really
game theory,
high level. Like they have the game theory memorized.
I remember.
Everybody knows a lot of like stuff now. Also, they're just like your average Jeopardy player compared to 20 years ago. Probably the knowledge base is a little wider, and some of that's just due to the fact like the internet and Wikipedia exist now, and they didn't 20 years ago.
That's what's up.
So, it's a lot. No one will ever win 74 games again. I would be truly stunned if that happens, and I don't think it will.
Fuck yeah, man! That's wild. That's wild, man. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna do an ad read real quick, if that's cool, man. If you guys, just want to let you know the show. If you're liking the show, if you want to support the show, I've got a sponsor. It's called Good Feels. Check it out. They do THC based seltzer drinks, multiple flavors. My favorite is blood orange. You can order them online. Use the promo code OV Points. You take an extra 20% off. They've got subscription services. Prices, they come in 6-pack, 12-pack, and 24-pack. So when you're looking at the price, it's not per one, it's per 6-pack. They also do THC-based gummies. Check them out. Everything is 0 calories, 0 sugar, 0 alcohol. Yes, if you want to have a good time and you want to support the show and save a little money, Good Feels, promo code OV Points. I'll have the promo code in the description. Thanks. Knock it out pretty well.
No, that was good, man.
Yeah, I did sports radio back in the day.
Oh, hell yeah. Okay, yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean to take you off your vibe.
No,
I probably should have told you I was going to do that.
That's okay.
Yeah. What's it like now with like kind of being in the Jeopardy sphere? I'm sure there's like because like my mother and stepfather used to watch the hell out of it.
Sure.
And they used to do a thing that still drives me crazy. They both passed away since then, but they would be home, and at 5 o'clock we'd usually I'd come home. This is after college, and watch Jeopardy with them, and they would do pretty damn well. And then one day I got off work early and came home, and I didn't realize the 4 o'clock was also the same as the 5 o'clock.
So they had seen all the answers.
They were round twoing it.
Okay, yeah, they were Groundhog Daying it a little bit. Yeah.
Exactly, and then I remember I walked in on them at 4 o'clock, and they looked at me like a dog who had been caught, like on the kitchen shelf, trying to get to the snacks or what, and they were just like, and I was like, what's good? They show old ones at 4 or something, because it was like that, and then it was like Oprah and then that or something like that, daytime television like you were talking about it. It was but yeah, I tell you, I took my mom to see Jeopardy. She wanted to see it.
Sure, yeah.
It was like 2003 or 4 or something like that. It was fun. It was
That's nice.
Yeah. Anyway, so Jeopardy has like it's like I guess Wheel of Fortune and Jeopardy are probably like the big ones.
Yeah, I mean they tape in the same place.
Yeah.
They're like back-to-back studios in Sony.
Fuck yeah.
I would not be good at Wheel of Fortune, I think.
You're not a word puzzle guy?
I do word puzzles, but I haven't really. I didn't grow up in a wheel household. You grow up in either a Jeopardy household or a wheel household.
Librarians, that's a Jeopardy house.
Jeopardy household.
Yeah.
So I never really watched Wheel. I don't really know the format very well. I'd have to spend a lot of time studying for it if I wanted to do
different
it.
Muscle.
And also on Wheel, my understanding is that you win and you don't come back. I like the format of Jeopardy where you come back if
and
you
make
win.
more money.
Yeah, you make more money.
Fuck yeah, man. Yeah. So also, you've been working out now. I remember you talking about that. Is that kind of like you talk about like bulking out now, like compared to where you were at? Yeah.
I mean, I need to go back to the gym. I haven't been to the gym in a minute, but I
did the bald guy.
Yeah, he scared me away. It's
funny. You go to a different 24-hour fitness and he's there.
I've been like incredibly underweight my entire life.
Yeah.
And like I was always very self-conscious about it. And like, I'd gone to the gym before.
Yeah.
And then finally, for some reason in like 2022, I was like, I'm going to really figure this shit out.
Okay.
And like actually figure out
like how to
get
eat
bigger.
for it and how to stretch for it and warm up and that kind of thing.
That was literally what it was that like I was not this whole time, my whole life, I'm like, I eat enough. And then, like, you track your calories for a day. And
all
you're
you
like,
have is your own human experience. You don't have...
and then I, like, track my calories. I'm like, I do not eat enough. I don't eat anywhere near it. Because, like, to gain weight, I need to eat somewhere between, like, 2,800 to 3,000 calories a day.
Yeah, and then do the shit, too.
And then also, obviously, if I'm trying to not just get fat, I need to, like, lift weights and
So
stuff.
do the Rob McElhaney, Sunny in Philadelphia thing.
Right, yeah. So I finally combined those two things, and, like, pretty quickly in 2023, I gained, like, almost 30 pounds.
Uh-huh.
And
was it good? Was it good weight or okay?
Both. I mean, like,
but also you were
yeah,
underweight anyway.
Yeah, so it's like, I definitely still have. I'm fatter than I was, but I'm also like, I still look like fucking this. Like it's a.
You look better, man.
It's a pretty negligible 30 pounds, all things considered.
Yeah.
But I'm not a skeleton. I was like 120. Now I'm like around 150.
You do look better. Yeah.
Yeah. And so like I also like what's sort of like held me up now is that like every subsequent 5 to 10 pounds is going to be much harder than the 30 pounds before. The 30 pounds came on pretty easy, and then everything post like 150 has been much more challenging.
It's like your body sets at a thing, and it's like a thermostat, and it's so hard to change.
It is like it's like also now that like there are times where I'm like not going to the gym and not bulking and not tracking my calories, and like generally speaking, I don't drop below 145.
Yeah,
like that's like the lowest I'll go. Where like I used to be 120, so like what the hell's the deal with that? Like my body has just like gotten comfortable at this weight, which is fine.
Yeah,
but like if I wanted to like get to a normal size, I'd have to be probably like at least 180, and like.
Yeah,
6'1", 180 maybe. Yeah. So like it would be really, really hard. And like I don't know if I have that in me. I mean,
like I say, you don't look bad, you look better than you did.
I thank you.
And the mustache may help. Who knows?
Yeah, it also makes me look like a man. I look like a man because I'm 30 pounds heavier and I have a mustache now. As opposed to the boy I once was.
Yeah. Young Isaac
back in 2016 playing high schoolers on television in the background.
Oh yeah. What was the one where you look like the kind of they put you in like a science lab or something? You were talking about the BG coordinator.
Oh, I mean, I did Big Bang Theory multiple times, where like they put me in the cafeteria.
That
or
makes
whatever.
it. That tracks. Yeah.
And then, you get categories for like the calls you get sent on as an extra. So like, I'd get
shady guys.
Yeah, exactly.
Or
they'll send it to you the day before, and like if you're lucky, it'll just be like audience or like like theater goer or whatever.
I'd get guy at an AA meeting.
Yeah, exactly. But then like mine would be sometimes just like. Nerd or like computer club.
It's like
or
fuck me. Can you like I'm it's like, do you have to?
Yeah, gosh, you don't have to tell me that I'm nerd. Yeah, like you could tell me that I'm like high schooler, and then you'd be like, we're gonna put all these high schoolers over here or whatever. Yeah,
high schooler wearing glasses. It was just
exactly,
I when I've seen some of those where I'm just like, it's so unfucking flattering, you know?
Yes, I mean certainly you have to come into this with like the knowledge of what you look like before a little bit. Like if you
or it's a rude wake up call.
Yeah, you cannot come into like Hollywood
thinking you're Bradley Cooper,
being like I'm a leading man. I would like say what you want about me. I have always been aware of the fact that I am not a leading man. Like my ceiling if I wanted to do acting, my ceiling would be like guy in the
Jim
lab.
Parsons had a pretty good career, you know.
Sure, yeah,
Benedict
Cumberbatch. I'm not Benedict. I mean, like people think he's handsome. I don't know.
Well, he's got the thin, you know.
I've got the thin. It's true. But you know, it's So it's fine.
I'm trying to throw you compliments.
I appreciate it, but I'm just saying, like you cannot be delusional about what you look like if you want to be in front of a camera.
That's true. It's a rude wake up call. I found that out. Yeah. Also, it's just the one thing I remember I was in an acting class, and they do a thing where like people go around and say what first impression, and the one I got, it still sticks in my head, was the guy who looks like that Better Call Saul would find too shady. I was just like, fuck, that's funny. I'm gonna use that, but it's just like I didn't want to hear that. God damn. Yeah, and I was just like, I'm not.
Yeah,
it's like I'm not running cell phone scams or something.
Yeah.
No.
You have to be willing to lean into that. Like I did a commercial acting class back before I was like right at the tail end of me not getting a full-time job. I was like, maybe I'll try acting, I guess.
Scratch off ticket. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
And so like I had a commercial agent, and then like they would send me on stuff, and like either it'd be like stuff that I'm just like so not correct for, where they'd send me on something where like, yeah, we're looking for like a confident go-getter. I'm like, why did you send me on this? Like, I'm not a confident go-getter.
Yeah.
Or they'd send me like the only thing I ever came close to booking was they're like, we have an ad. It's for QuickBooks. Danny DeVito is going to be in a gym, and there's going to be one really weak guy lifting weights that Danny DeVito is going to push out of the way. And I was like, I got this shit in the bag.
Yeah,
I walked into the audition room like, all these guys look stronger than me. Like this is back when I was 120 pounds. This is I'm fucking gonna
pre-creatine.
nail this shit. And then, like I got to like the final round where like it was me and some other guy, and they went with the other guy, and then I watched the commercial. I'm like, I'm way weaker than this other guy. I can't believe they chose this guy.
What kind of contrast are you looking for?
This guy has muscle definition.
Yeah.
Why the hell did they choose him?
They say one thing and then their heart. Yeah, it's such. Because I was always used to like things being based on merit.
Sure.
And there is merit, but there's also like emotion and
sure. I mean, commercials. They everyone was always straight up with me. We're like, look, it doesn't really matter if you can act. It's literally just like, do you look like the thing we want you to look like?
Are you going to pay it, or will people pay attention?
Yeah.
Will they click on what we need them to click on? Especially since it's gone to so much online shit.
Sure. Yeah.
Or will they pay attention till we show the label of the brand that we're doing, whether it be Budweiser or Pepsi or some suntan Toyota,
But they're just like, look, they have a picture in their head of what they want the actor to look like.
And sometimes the breakdown matches, and sometimes the breakdown doesn't.
Yeah. Exactly. So it's like, I was also like, I need to get a job. I can't keep doing this. I need to get a real job.
Yeah.
So I've been at my real job ever since.
Right on. Well, dude, I mean, that's part of fucking making it, man, is keeping a roof over your head in this funky city, man.
That was the other thing, was that I was just sort of like, how do people have the energy to go out and do comedy every night after working a full-time job? It's
Bro,
fucking...
that's where I was when I started. I used to work around the corner from here, and this is pre-car. This is pre-car Matt Lewis. This is bussing it Matt Lewis, and it was, it was 15 18, 20 spots a week. Sunset and La Brea, I was on at 5:30. I was like, hey, change out of my work clothes, put the Dockers in my backpack, throw the jeans on, throw the hoodie on, and just tell jokes at these fucking sandwich shops and hope that they're not making an iced coffee drink when you get to your punchline. Right, you know, it's just that kind of level of crank. Yeah. Dude, you good? Thanks for...
Oh, yeah. Thanks so much for having me.
Dude, thanks for coming on. Where can people find you? Our social media, your website, any of that stuff?
At IB Hirsch, at pretty much everything on Instagram and YouTube. I'm trying to make YouTube videos.
Dude, dude, watch his YouTube videos. I watched the one about how to get on Jeopardy.
Yeah.
And it's kind of blown up, and it was really good.
It's done much better than because like that's really the first video I learned how to shoot and edit everything, and I was just sort of like, all right, I'll make this, and maybe 2,000 people will watch it, and it's done much better than that.
Fuck yeah, man. That's what's up. Yeah.
And I'm going to keep trying to make them. So, yeah, please follow me on that.
Isaac Hirsch, look him up on YouTube. Is it under IB Hirsch?
Isaac Hirsch.
Okay.
Fine,
yeah, that right there. And social media is IB Hirsch.
Yeah.
Right on. Guys, if you want to follow the show, it is Obnoxious Valid Points on social media. Follow me if you want. It's The Fun Matt Lewis if you're not already. Trying to think of if you like the show and you don't want to hear ads and you want it early, the Patreon for that, OV Points, another thing that's going to be in the description. Thanks for listening. If you like the show, give it 5 stars, share it, send it to somebody you like, send it to somebody you don't like. Dude, thanks for coming on, homie.
Hey, thanks for having me on.
Dude, yeah. All right. And...
Support for Obnoxious Valid Points is not brought to you by Audible. Audible, are you too stupid to read a book? Have one read to you. You'll find no books or mentions of books at patreon.com/ovpoints.